Coming up on SUTV, we'll tell you about the ballroom team's end-of-year show.
And we'll update you on SUU Student Film Festival.
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Matthew House.
And I'm Jenna Chapman. SUU students looking for a fun end-of-year activity can visit the Ballroom Dance Concert this weekend. SUU's Ballroom Dance Company is putting on its final concert of the year, Simply Ballroom, Friday and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. The concert will feature all three levels of the dance company, including performances from the beginning ensemble, intermediate ensemble, and touring ensemble. The show is in the Randall L. Jones Theater, and admission is $7 for students.
The school year is coming to an end, and so are SU events. The music department is ending its year with an orchestra concert tomorrow. The show starts at 7:30 in Thorley Recital Hall and is being directed by Dr. Zoon Soon. The concert features guest Larissa Brownsaw on the viola. Admission to the concert is $10 for adults and $5 for students and children.
SUU's Communication Department hosted a student film festival last Friday, April 20th. For the past few weeks, several students have submitted short films under different categories, including fiction, nonfiction, music video, and iPhone. First place overall was awarded to Amanda DeBry for Restless. Second place overall went to Parker Rollins for Ex Machina and Creating the Perfect Other. Third place went to Julian Vicht for Better or for Worse. Colton Fowler won Best Director, and the audience's choice winner was for Better or for Worse.
This Saturday is the last day of classes, which means Friday is a chance for students to de-stress before finals week. SUU is hosting Campus Rec Day on the 27th to help students relax. The PE building on campus is hosting racquetball, volleyball, swimming, and more events. In addition, they are offering free massages in the lobby of the building from noon until 4:30. All the events are free for students.
Hayden Coombs is the advisor over Southern Utah University Journal. Savannah Palmer is at the Journal talking to him about how his first year went.
We're here at the University Journal talking to Hayden Coombs, advisor to the UJ.
This reminds me of
This
this
is
one
what
I'm
he has to
supposed to
say
read,
about
but
his
I don't
first
know how
year
to
here.
pronounce one of the names.
So this year was kind of a nightmare, to be
got
completely honest with you. Everything that went
Hey, look,
wrong,
he said
could have
doesn't-
gone wrong, did go wrong. But that being said, I don't think I would have wanted my first year running the University Journal and SUU News to go any differently, because it really prepared me for things moving forward. I feel like I've gotten so much experience in terms from the logistical back-end side of things that my students don't know anything about, to the more front-end stuff, all the graphic design work that goes into the magazine, the website, and then all the hands-on stuff with the individual articles themselves. There's a few things that I've learned this year, a few things I'm going to do differently. I think just kind of the general makeup and I don't know, the flow chart, kind of the setup of the team. I'm going to do things differently. This year we kind of had two editors-in-chief, and I think that caused a few kind of boundary issues, not sure who was in charge of what, and other than that, I've really been able to use my courses, COM 1130, COM 2507, to find some really good writers and get some more people on board. I'm trying to figure out still how to better utilize the practicum course to make sure we're really utilizing our practicum students that are writing for the University Journal for school credit instead of getting paid to do so. Other than that, I think one of the biggest things that's going to change next year is a more established and regular publishing schedule for the magazine. We were able to publish about 23 articles a week on the website, which was great. Exceeded my expectations, my wildest expectations, honestly. But with the magazine, since we were trying to figuring out how to do it, how we wanted to run things, we were only able to get 6 issues out over 8 months, which I think is still great, but next year we're going to go ahead and publish on the first of every month, so we can have, one of the biggest issues we ran into was people never knew when the new magazine was coming out. So we want to have a more regular, established publishing schedule. So the first day of every month, boom, it's on the shelves. People know what to expect.
I'm Savannah Palmer reporting for SUTV News Live. Back to you at the desk.
Confucius Institute is promoting its services through an open house. Our reporter Jingyang Chai went to find out more. I hope I
Coming up after the break, we'll talk about the Levitt Center State of Cedar City meeting.
And later we'll update you on the Boston Marathon.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
SU's Levitt Center for Politics and Public Service is keeping students up to date on local Cedar City issues. The center hosted the State of Cedar City panel last week. Our reporter Savannah Palmer has the story.
SU's Michael Levitt Center hosted the State of Cedar City. Local officials Scott Phillips and Terry Hartley of the City Council and City Manager Paul Bittman gave the latest updates about Cedar City and answered any questions from students and locals. Morgan Barney, an SU student, told why she attended the meeting.
I'm interested in coming to this event tonight because we all live in Cedar City and it's important to know what's going on outside of campus and for city council members to know what's going on with students and inside campus so we can work better with the community.
Savannah Palmer reporting for SUTV News.
The termination of Cache County art teacher Mateo Rueda in early December is still causing a stir among artists and educators alike. Our reporter Elizabeth Lee has the story.
On December 4th, Lincoln Elementary School art teacher Rueda was terminated for showing 5th and 6th grade students classical art containing nudity. Several of his students felt uncomfortable seeing female breasts and buttocks portrayed in some of the prints. Rueda's job was terminated shortly after on grounds of him showing pornography to his students. While Rueda has since been let back on by the school district, many art enthusiasts remain concerned about what this will do to art in school.
The idea that we should never expose our children's eyes to the naked human figure is, in my opinion, foolish.
Other community members are more concerned with the school's reaction than the art.
I don't think that should rid a teacher of his own classroom. If anything, they should have just sat down with him, talked to him about what's appropriate for that school district, and gone through those type of procedures rather than just going straight to firing.
I think it was a shame.
Still, others believe Rueda overstepped his bounds as a teacher and should have had more sensitivity to his students' discomfort.
He should have definitely checked a little bit more into it. I mean, it was an accident, but he should have done his part.
Since his termination in December, Rueda has been hired back on by Cache County School District but is no longer allowed to teach art in schools. He is now suing the school district for defamation. For SUTV News, I'm Elizabeth Lee.
A Cedar City man is still missing after a month. Johnny Del Rollins was last seen on March 27th just west of the Cedar City Hospital. According to Cedar City Police, Rollins left his house to go for a walk and hasn't been seen since. Police also say Rollins has a history of strokes, maybe suffering from dementia. He is 63 years old, white, 170 pounds with blue eyes and gray hair. They believe he was wearing a black jacket, dark pants, and brown boots at the time of his disappearance. If anyone has information regarding Rollins, they are asked to contact either the Iron County Sheriff's Department or the Cedar City Police Department.
A woman hiking along the Canaraville Falls Trail 2 weeks ago fell backwards off a ladder and broke her leg. The incident occurred approximately 2 miles down the trail, and a member of her party had to hike back down the trail to get cell phone service and call rescue workers. The rescue took about 4 hours to complete and involved 25 rescuers. Alcohol and trail conditions are believed to have been factors in the woman's fall, according to a statement by Lieutenant Del Schlosser of the Iron County Sheriff's Office.
The Pulitzer Prize was awarded earlier this month with one category making history. The prize for music was awarded to Kendrick Lamar's album Damn, making it the first time the album was given to a non-classical or jazz musician. Despite the award making history, several critics were skeptical of the choice, claiming that historically the honor has not been awarded to commercially successful albums. Lamar's album reached #1 on the pop chart. Other notable winners this year include New York Times reporters Megan Twohey and Judy Cantor, who helped launch the Me Too movement.
Coming up, I'll tell you whether these spring temperatures will last through graduation. Stick around.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
They made it sound like such a good deal. They said, sell us your house, rent it from us, then buy it back over time.
They said they'd even fill out all of the paperwork for us.
They said they'd stop foreclosure no matter what. Guaranteed.
So we did what they urged us to do.
And we lost our house. We're getting tossed out.
Got scammed.
Professional mortgage scammers can be so convincing. They can cost you money. They can cost you your home. Mortgage fraud. The pros have lots of cons.
Don't be a victim. Protect yourself. Do your homework.
Welcome to your Cedar City weather. I'm Charlotte Thalhammer, and I just came back from outside, and it is beautiful spring weather. So if you were wondering if it stays like that, you're in the right place, because I'm about to tell you. The current temperature outside here in Cedar City is a cozy 66 degrees with a light breeze and absolutely no precipitation. So here's a look at the weather all around the state. Up here in Logan, it is 61 degrees currently, 63 degrees in Ogden, 63 in Salt Lake City. Also, we have 57 with cloudy skies in Vernal and 64 in Provo, Utah. Then we go down to southern Utah. It's a little bit warmer down here, 66 in Richfield, 66 also in Cedar City, 85 in St. George, 72 in Green River, and 67 degrees in Moab. So here are some pictures that one of our reporters took today in St. George. He just got back, and these are pictures from Red Reef Trail. As you can see, beautiful and sunny out there, so it's definitely worth going down there if you have some time. Let's take a look at the weekly weather here in Cedar City. So as I said earlier, 74 degrees on Wednesday. Tomorrow we have 45 degrees as the lowest on Wednesday, 77 degrees on Thursday with the low of 44. And 78 on Friday, so really, really warm there. 47 is the low, so that's going to be at night. 75 on Saturday, and Sunday's going to be the coldest day, 66 degrees there. Sunny all of the days, so that's really beautiful. We have our study day here at Southern Utah on Friday, so that's definitely a good day if you need a break to just take a break from writing those papers, go on a hike, go out to the lake. I'm going back outside, so Colton, tell us what's up next in sports.
Coming up on SUTV Sports, we've got Utah Jazz playoffs and the recent achievement of the SUU men's tennis team. Don't go anywhere.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Welcome to SUTV Sports. I'm your host, Colton Warren. SUU Track and Field recently announced 2 new signees to the team. Trey Harley of Centennial High School in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Cedar High School local Trenton Maurer will join the track and field team this next season. Maurer recently helped Cedar High to a second-place finish at the Regional 9 Championships, while also winning the javelin toss by placing a top 4 score in the state. Patrick Tyler and Allie Timpson were named SUU Athletes of the Year during last night's Thunderbird Awards. Timpson, who lettered for her high school basketball and track and field teams, as well as being an all-conference kicker for the football team in Broomfield, Colorado, recently finished her senior season for the girls' soccer team. Over the course of her college career, she became the all-time leader in goals scored for SUU with 20 goals. She was also an all-conference honorable mention her sophomore and senior years, while making the second team in her junior year. Tyler recently finished his senior season as the quarterback of the SUU football team. In his 2 years, Tyler helped lead SUU to their second Big Sky Conference championship since 2012. He also helped a record 11,811 fans fill Eccles Coliseum during SUU's playoff game against Weber State last December. Tyler also cracked the top 10 in nearly every passing category for both single season and career accolades. SUU's men's tennis team also had an eventful year. For the first time in program history, the team clinched a berth in the Big Sky Tennis Championship. The T-Birds finished with a 15-9 overall record, despite never posting more than 4 wins in a season before. The T-Birds will more than likely lean on Pablo Guerra, who leads the team in singles competition with a 16-6 overall record. Guerra also has a 12-6 record with his doubles teammate Guy Feigen. The Big Sky Conference Championship tournament will be held this Thursday through Saturday in Phoenix, Arizona. The Utah Jazz were able to steal Game 2 on their road against Oklahoma City Thunder last week, winning 102-95 and tying the series at 1 game apiece. The series would shift to Salt Lake City for Games 3 and 4 over the weekend, with plenty of excitement for Utah Jazz fans. In Game 3 on Saturday, the Jazz rocked their Nike City Edition uniforms, looking to take a 2-1 series lead. They would ride the momentum of Ricky Rubio on the night, as he posted 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists for his first career playoff triple-double and only his 3rd career playoff game. It's also the first playoff triple-double by a Utah Jazz player since John Stockton in 2001. Rubio shot 9 of 18 from the floor, while Donovan Mitchell added 22 points and 11 rebounds of his own. Even Joe Ingles was able to contribute 21 points off 5 three-pointers in the game. The Jazz would go on to win the game 115 to 102 to take a 2-1 series lead after the game. Thunder point guard Russell Westbrook said Rubio wouldn't be so lucky in the fourth game.
What allowed him to get so hot there?
He made some shots, too comfortable, but I'm going to shut that off next game, though. Guarantee that.
Had a chance to back up his talk, but the real battle was between Paul George and Joe Ingles. Ingles gets in his face a little with the reaction and even stares him down after hitting a 3-ball in George's face. Both players were assessed technical fouls in this sequence of events. Even Utah Senate hopeful Mitt Romney got in on the fun, but the night belonged to Donovan Mitchell. The rookie Jazz guard set a new Jazz playoff rookie record for points by scoring 33, topping the previous record of 31 points by himself, Karl Malone. Mitchell shot 13 of 28 from the field while also grabbing 7 rebounds. He is currently 4th among active players for career playoff points per game at 27.5. Ingles was able to provide 20 points off another 5 3-balls to go along with his mental distraction of Paul George, who shot 9 of 21, ouch, from the floor. The Jazz would go on to win the game 113-96. After the game, the Jazz crowd gave Mitchell a standing ovation, leaving him speechless.
What have you shown? I don't think that ever gets old. We're gonna let that keep going. There we go. I'm gonna switch it. Yeah, talk about this 6th man.
Y'all are unbelievable. Y'all are unbelievable.
And that's all I've got for you today. We'll be back right after this.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
The International Affairs Office hosted their annual prom last weekend. Our reporter Bailey Dyer has more with the story.
Southern Utah University's International Affairs Office hosted their annual International Prom on April 14th in the Great Hall. Their Night Under the Stars was accompanied by black and silver decor and galaxy-themed accents. The event ran from 9 p.m. until 12 o'clock a.m. with over 500 guests in attendance.
We host prom because a lot of our international students don't get the opportunity to have that experience in their own country. And I feel like it's kind of a rite of passage for an American high school student to go through prom. Part of the reason that I feel like it's so important for our community to be involved, for our faculty and our staff, all students, is that I feel like everyone needs an excuse to get dressed up once in a while and just have a great time and be able to have an outlet to go and have good, clean fun.
The International Student Ambassadors team, led by large-scale events coordinators Abby Stevens and John Woolley, provided music, food, and a festive atmosphere to the attendees.
The best part about planning events for ISA and the best part about planning the event of prom this past weekend was being able to work with everyone and collaborate all of our ideas and then see it all in action and see everyone have a great time.
Students, staff, and community members danced both on and off the main stage platform to songs from all around the world, living up to this event's standard of excellence for both domestic and international students campus-wide. The International Affairs Office and ISA plan to continue hosting events for all of Southern Utah's ever-changing community. For SUTV News, I'm Bailey Dyer.
SU's Student Programming Board hosted the first ever disco roller skating event on campus. Our reporter Ansley Mikesell has the details of how this event came to be.
Last Friday, April 13th, the Student Programming Board welcomed students to roller skate to disco music on the America First Event Center floor. All attendees signed safety waivers and were provided with skates and wristbands. Apparently, the event has been in the making for several years.
One of our directors, Sam Kress, has been involved in SPB for the past 3 years, and it's honestly always been her dream to plan this event, but it's always been hard because there's a risk factor, they don't want to tear up the floors, and we got to have this event because they're tearing up the Centrum floors in May, and so they finally allowed it.
The event was successful as a constant stream of students came to participate, many of which asked to have the event again.
I was talking to the company that runs the roller skating rink, and they said they can do it on carpet, so I thought the ballroom might be a possibility, and they said they actually do a lot of parking lot roller skating rink events, so possibly even in September when the weather is good, having another roller skating event.
In an effort to combat package theft, Amazon is launching a new car trunk delivery service. The new service is available in 37 U.S. cities and delivers package to the trunks of cars for free. The service is not available for everyone. You must own a Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, or a Volvo that is a model year 2015 or newer. To use the service, Amazon Prime members simply have to select car delivery button. The only thing that you have to do is be a member of Amazon Prime and click on the car delivery button at checkout. From there, car delivery gives you a 4-hour delivery window during which your car has to be within a few blocks of your delivery address.
You know what, guys?
All right, they're taking
There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults 15 to 29. And one person dies from melanoma every hour. It's time. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Isn't it so nice out, everyone? I just really want to go on a picnic.
Yes, Charlotte, that weather was amazing. It
Thank
looks
you.
amazing outside.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw the pictures. St. George is freaking awesome right now.
I mean, even Cedar City, heck, is beautiful. I mean, we could go out for truly a picnic right now if you wanted to out in Cedar Park.
Listen, I'd be down, so if anyone wants to.
Perfect picnic idea. Go to Walmart, you go get a $5 sub there, cut it in half, share it with the one you love, and you also get like a big lemonade, and you guys can share that between the both of you.
Or you can just have it for yourself if you're
or you
alone.
can have it for yourself. I mean,
perfect.
It's truly perfect. A nice cold lemonade, a perfectly well done sandwich. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us today. I'm Matthew House.
I'm Jenna Chapman.
I'm Colton Warren.
And I'm Charlotte Dahlhammer.